Okay, joined today by York City Knights player coach Paul March. Paul, how are you finding your first season as York City Knights head coach?
It's a bit difficult at the minute. Obviously, we haven't had a win yet. Just getting into the routine of coaching and playing. It's quite difficult. But I've got a good assistant in James Ratcliffe, and he takes a lot of the workload on as well.
Great stuff. So, how would you sum up your thoughts of how the season's gone so far? Bearing in mind, obviously winless at the moment, but I'm sure lots of improvements on the horizon.
Yeah, positive. Obviously the performances we've given in the last few weeks, been positive, and looking back at some of the other games, we haven't been that far away, and I think this weekend against Workington, if we can put an 80 minutes performance together, I believe we'll come out on top.
It must be difficult combining playing and coaching. Obviously, you just said you've got James Ratcliffe as your assistant coach. How much input does he have on match day and training days compared to yourself?
We have equal input. Obviously, James knows a lot of things, and we work together. When I'm playing, James is on the touchline, and he's virtually the head coach on game days. I let him run it how he wants to run it, and we work together pretty well.
Great stuff. How many individual players do you think have performed well so far this season? Is there a lot who surprised you?
There's a lot that surprised me. We've got a lot of young lads there, and I think I've used every one of my squad so far this year. But some standouts, obviously David March. He's dropped down from Super League, and he's been playing on an injury in recent weeks, and he showed he can still play. Obviously Danny Ratcliffe, and he's a young lad who wanted first team football, and he's come and took it with both hands.
Yeah, that brings me on nicely to the next question about you mentioned the young players in the team. How do you feel the likes of Ross Devoted, Danny Ratcliffe, John Oakes, David Leake, how do you think they're coping with first team rugby?
Very well. Obviously Ross Devoted has had a good background before coming here. He played at Hull, and obviously he's been coached. Same with Dave Leake, he were at Leeds Rhinos as well. But John Oakes and Danny, both Dewsbury lads, and they played in their academy, and they've done quite well, and I'm looking forward to what we can do in the future.
Excellent. You mentioned as well, obviously yourself and Dave have just come down from playing Super League. How does the level of rugby playing now, how does it compare with Super League week in, week out?
It's demanding still. Obviously, it's a different environment. We're part-time here, and obviously we train 3 nights a week and play on the Sundays. We don't train every day. So it is demanding. Obviously, the level of competition, I feel it's got stronger over the last few years as National League 2, and everybody's done some good signings, so it's going to be tough for us.
Unfortunately, we've had quite a few injuries already so far this season. There's a bit of a trend from previous years there. Club captain Scott Rose, unfortunately, just had a bit of a neck injury. Is there any news on that at the moment?
Yes, he is. Obviously, he saw a specialist the other week, and he's got a bulging disc which is going into his spinal cord and giving his pains down his arm. Obviously, he's going to be a massive loss for us, not just on the field, off the field as well, because he's a club captain, and we wish him all the best. Obviously, he'll have surgery in the near future, and wish him all the best to recovery.
So Dave Buckley's taken on Scott's responsibilities as captain on the field now. How's Dave finding that role?
I think he's enjoying it. Obviously, he were surprised when we named him vice captain, but now he's the on-field captain. Obviously he leads by example, and he wants players to follow his lead.
Excellent. Finally, any messages for the fans?
Just keep with us, be patient, and things will turn around soon.
Thanks for your time, Paul.
No worries, cheers.